Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Renee Mehrra, and welcome to our show on TV Asia and to our viewers on social media. Today, we are going to be paying a rich tribute and a warm salute to all our unsung heroes, our volunteers, our essential workers. We know a lot of people in the healthcare arena who are doing so much, going the extra mile. And today, this show is all about our essential workers who are really pushing the envelope and helping us to meet our needs and our concerns, whether they are our doctors or whether they are our grocery delivery person or whether they are our volunteers or whether they are a delivery person or whether they are letter carriers, whether they are first responders, fire department, the police. There's so many people out there who are risking their lives, getting there on the front lines so that we are able to maintain our good health, especially when many of them are in isolation or quarantine, or those who can't go out, especially the vulnerable and the elderly. So thank you to all of you. There are some who could not make it today on this show, especially a brilliant, fearless, young warrior. I call her the soldier. She's a letter carrier, and she's an Indian American woman who delivers 200 packages a week. And what she said was something very touching and moving. She said, Renee, if I can deliver 200 packages to 200 people, I made 200 people happy. And I think she goes the extra mile, not just making them happy. She will knock at the door, tell them there's a package, and especially if somebody is an elderly lady or an elderly person, she will sanitize that carton. She will open it up and leave it at the door so that they don't have to sanitize it again without the disinfectant. So thank you for that lady who's reaching out and going fearlessly on the streets, delivering packages and the mail, and doesn't care for herself, but sacrificing so much. And then we have the James Center, North America, and on Ithaca Street in Queens. They're delivering 2,000 meals weekly to a lot of hospitals and healthcare institutions and nursing homes. They are doing their bit, vegetarian Jane meals, 2,000 weekly to different institutions. And then we have the Sikh Center of New York in Queens Village in Queens, New York. They are doing a lot of great work. I know Himmat Singh could not make it today, but they are delivering food, protective equipment, groceries to a lot of needy people out there who need these essential groceries. So thank you all. I know some of them could not make it today, but I wanted to give them a special shout for being there, whether it's the James Center, North America, whether it's the Sikh Center in Queens Village, or whether it's the letter carrier who's going all out fearlessly and helping so many people out there, risking their lives. So thank you all. And some of them are here, our unsung heroes, our volunteers, who are working every day to make people's quality of life much better in this pandemic. So joining me is Bodo Joseph. He's the pastor, Pastor Bodo Joseph from the Jackson Heights Community Church in Jackson Heights, Queens, which we know Queens is the epicenter of the epicenter, and Bodo is going to tell us all about it, Pastor Bodo Joseph. Thank you for joining. Telugu Association of North America, we have Sumant Ram, and he is the Regional Vice President for New York for the Telugu Association of North America, and Anu Jain, and she's putting her life and soul out, helping so many people, just bringing so much of joy on people's faces with food drives and grocery drives and distributing of masks with many, many nonprofit organizations. So thank you all for joining us today, and thank you to those who could not make it today on the show. So let me go to Anu Jain first. Anu, you're doing tremendous work like any other unsung hero. You're doing a lot of work. So share some of your experiences, and you have some pictures, what you've been doing all these weeks for a lot of people in Queens.
Thank you, Dr. Mehrra, for giving me opportunity over here. So I have started donation from my home, and then because right now we are not doing anything, all work are shut down and everything, so I have plenty of time. So I thought of doing something for community, and I reach out to to Himmat Singh ji, who is a World Sikh, who is from President of World Sikh Parliament. And he helped me to coordinate with the food for hospitals. And I know few of the hospitals. And then Dr. Raj Bayani came into light, and he helped me to. He introduced me to the hospitals where it's mostly where it's needed food and everything. And so we have served over 5,000 meals with help of many individuals. I cannot name everybody, but few of them I know. First and most is Himmat Singh ji from World Sikh Parliament, Sheila Senthil, Shalini, Dr. Shalini, and Bhrashita Gupta, Ramya Raghunath family, Rajesh Pandya family, and there are many other volunteers, Dr. Paramjit Singh Ahaluwalia. There are many doctors who are also involved in this. So I put it everywhere in many of WhatsApp group that I'm going to need help in delivery as well. And we are going to need food. If whoever want to join, please join us. So in that way, many people came in and joined. Mrs. Renu Sadhwani, she also came up with the donation with a lot of with her group donation. So in that way, there are a lot of people helped. Some of the picture I can share. Yeah. What we have done it over here. So this is we have delivered food in over 25 hospitals. In New York and New Jersey, not limited to only New York. New York, all 5 boroughs.
Yeah, let's have the pictures.
And New Jersey, these are the pictures, yes.
Okay, we're not able to see them so far.
Oh, you are not? I'm sorry, hold on.
Okay, so these are what you've been doing so far while you're putting up the pictures. Yeah, there you are.
Okay, can you see now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so these are where we have delivered food. Like we have delivered over more than 25 hospitals in New Jersey and New York. Mm-hmm. In help of many groups and individuals.
Yeah, this is with the World Sikh Parliament.
This is the World Sikh Parliament, Sikh Center.
Sikh Center in
yes. And I guess Himmat Singh ji also trying to join here. I can see that. So thank you so much, Renee. And I'm feeling so so happy that I'm able to do at least little bit. I have utilized little bit of my time, and Sumant also helped me to distribute face shield PPS in one of the Brooklyn hospital, in Interfaith Hospital, and he is committing for another big lot. So yeah, so we are trying to do a lot more, and I'm now trying to focus on the shelter, since now hospitals have enough food and enough PPE available. So I'm trying to focus on the shelters now. So
that's wonderful. That's wonderful news, and these are great pictures that show you right there helping so many people in hospitals, and with the World Sikh Parliament Sikh Center in Queens Village. So these are great pictures. So this is like on a daily basis you're out, right?
Almost, yes.
Thank you very much, Anuji. This is wonderful.
And there are many people who delivered the food. Hargobind Gupta, Jyoti ji's husband, Jyoti Gupta's husband, and many of them I'm forgetting names.
You're working as a team with a lot of people.
Lot of people. It's not just one, but there are many people involved in this work.
Obviously, it has to be.
I'm very much thankful for their help.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, Suman, I want to go to you now. Suman from the Regional Vice President of Telugu Association of North America. They're part and they're all over the United States, and they are distributing a lot of doing food drives and a lot of donation both in India and the United States. So, Suman, share some of your experiences, what you're doing.
Sure, Dr. Renee. And first of all, thank you for having me this evening with you all. And thank you, Anuji. It's so nice to hear all the charity work you've been doing during this COVID crisis. When it comes to Thana, basically, we started off with the initial problem with the students having accommodation problem. Initially, we got calls from Stony Brook students as they were asked to leave the campus, and we were asked to provide the facility and all. That was our first help, we reached out. Then we started helping students based out of New York. Then apparently it turned out that it's like a problem across USA. So Dr. Renee, our President Jay Taluri, Mr. Jay Taluri came up with, it's not one problem or one city's problem, let's help them across US. Then we have came up with 1-800-OUR Thana. Basically you dial the number, you tell your problem, where you are, what kind of student you are, what kind of accommodation you're looking for. Then we started helping the students across each region. Like me, there are 18 regional vice presidents across USA. So wherever you are, basically you call the toll-free number. We talk to the hotels or guest houses, whatever we can. Then eventually we have the similar service across USA. In a couple of weeks back, I think we did a mass grocery distribution across USA, like in 23 cities on same day.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so across USA, and we did the same thing. Basically, whatever we are doing in New York, we are rippling across USA. And then after that, helping senior citizens where they cannot go to grocery, find out who can do a door delivery, all that facilities. And again, helping frontline workers in terms of food, supplying PPE equipment, facial masks, all that. And not only frontline doctors, nurses, police, basically whoever we think they are our unsung heroes, who are our blue angels of New York City, we try to do whatever we can, and in terms of food, face shields, masks, etc. In addition to that, in India, we have done huge, 5 lakhs families. We came up with grocery kit, like 5 kilo rice, 1 kilo oil, 1 kilo turmeric, all that. We call it as a family kit, which can feed up to a family for a week or two.
Are you going door to door, or is it going to be distributed at one location and people come to pick them up?
Yeah, some are delivering at the door to door where you have a serious lockdown and cops are restricting them. And if there is some kind of relaxation where we have a permission and stuff like that, then we're going to announce across the city and saying that you guys please come and pick up on so-and-so location and so-and-so date. So yeah, that's a massive, and we distributed like 7 lakhs facial masks across India, and 3 more lakhs of facial masks are in works in production right now. That's in India. And grocery kits, vegetables, and basically daily necessities, whatever we can do, yeah, behalf of Thana. And this has all happened. It's not just one person or two, because Thana has a big team, big force. Under Jay Thaluri's presidency, we have foundation chairman Niranjan Srungavarapu, board director Harish Koya, and locally also I have a lot of people who are helping me. Sirisha Tungundla, she's a national women's coordinator, and I have a 20-member team in New York who are helping me to get this stuff done for me on behalf of Thana to the people.
And you have your pictures too to share with us.
Sure, I do have them. I'm going to share it in a second.
This is in New York.
Yeah, this is this morning, Mr. Jay Taluri and his wife at Stony Brook Hospital. Food, essential supplies. This is back home. So this is how people, like, 400 people waiting for the grocery kits back home in one of the hometowns of Mr. Jay Taluri and my hometown, and distributed with the police protection so that they don't get bothered when they come and pick up the kits. So this is all grocery kits back home, and here it's in a plain view. This is organized by Sirisha Tunuguntla at one of the Plainview police department. Served lunch and facial equipment, PPE. This is for one of the Long Island hospitals, community hospitals at Patchogue. On the week of Happy Nurses Week, we distributed food and facial masks, such shields, gloves, juices, basically whatever we can from our end, just to say thank you for all the great work they've been doing during this crisis. So this is again back home. That is for the orphan kids. Okay, this is for basically foster home kids, what I was showing earlier. And this is again back home with our team. We have supplied groceries for an orphan house for like a month of supplies. So basically everything what you need for a daily need, this is for orphan kids. And this is like vegetables, like 20 quintas of a vegetable for one of the village, basically. Pack them up, give the vegetables. So that's a kind of buy them in the bulk. And yeah, this is where we supplied food, snacks to one of the foster care kids at Seacliff, New York. So yeah, so I think pretty much this was in the initial beginning, supplied food for. Yeah. So again, there's so many people, and it's not just me, but it's all under Jay Taluri's leadership, and I have a bunch of team who are helping me throughout this crisis. Wonderful. And recently Anujan also helped me to kind of distribute at Brooklyn Hospital, and with our help we are planning to do more. We have ordered 10,000 face shields, so they are in the transit. Pretty much we're gonna kind of check to see who needs it, then kind of distribute. So she's helping me out in that process. I think just in the interest of time, I think I'll minimize it for now. So
thank you so much, Suman Ram, working with the Association of North America, doing a fantastic job like many other nonprofits and houses of worship. And I want to go to Pastor Bodo Joseph, and Himmat Singh is there too. We'll go back to him, but let me get to Pastor Bodo Joseph. Bodo Joseph, you are doing in Jackson Heights again. That's the epicenter. There's so much in Jackson Heights. It used to be like a South Asian area of Queens. And so share your experiences about Pastor Joseph.
Yeah, Dr. Mehrra, thank you so much for having me on board. I do want to just appreciate your excellent journalism over the years, and just have been setting a platform to bring a belongingness, especially to the South Asian diaspora here in North America. So thank you for that. Yeah, as you mentioned about Jackson Heights, I think even with the news out there, it's been hit pretty hard, epicenter of the epicenter. And I think something significant to remember is, I think our neighborhood was already struggling, with a lot of first generation immigrants. Everyone is just coming afresh, trying to make it. And so in the midst of struggle, when a pandemic happens, it's almost going from bad to worse. The last, I can't believe it's already been 10 weeks now. It's been a struggle. But I think even listening to Anu and Sumant, it's so encouraging. I think just listening to their stories, I hope that compassion and hope will be more contagious than
Yes.
the virus itself. You know, for us in our neighborhood, right from the first week, you know, our church has been here for quite a while, and we actually even gather every Sunday in the heart of our neighborhood at Kebab King restaurant. So even as a Christian church, we meet in a Muslim restaurant, and that is a picture of how we really share community over here. So when the pandemic hit, as all of you know, joblessness just increased, and especially for everyone in the service industry, it's just shut down. And homelessness has increased in our neighborhood. And over the years, I've been watching a lot of South Asians becoming homeless. And you know, you want to care for every homeless, but when it's someone that's come from your home country and have become homeless here, it really hits you so hard. So the last few weeks as a church, we've been able to serve in different capacities. Let me just share with you some pictures.
Oh, please.
Yeah, and just share some stories with you. All right. Well, this very first picture is actually from our bedroom window. We live almost across from Elmer's Hospital. And I just want to show you all the proximity of where we are living, and the reality of panic and fear, you know, around our neighborhood. So thankfully, one of our neighbors was doing a residency at Elmhurst Hospital several years ago. And now she's a doctor there, Dr. Aisha. She's from Pakistan. And I really want to give a shout out to her, because the friendship that she had with my wife opened up a door for us to take meals to Elmhurst Hospital. And this was like on the very beginning when the pandemic began. And it was just really just a chaos at Elmhurst Hospital, which was dealing probably with the most patients. The lines were so long. And during that time, we were able to take meals, and you know, they tweeted the doctors there saying, "Thank you, Jackson Heights Community Church." And just to be able to bring South Asian food, you know, chicken makhani and chana and rice and naan, was even a source of encouragement for them at the hospital, that they were not alone. So that has been great. Every week now, we have been going to 2 precincts, our local precincts, 110 precinct here at Elmhurst, 115 with the Jackson Heights. And every Saturday we take lunch for them. And you know, the other aspect that I think is important is purchasing meals from local businesses, where there is a cycle of support for one another. So as a local church, we're able to buy local food from local restaurant and give to our local hospitals and precinct. As many of you know, the church is it's a global network. And so when the pandemic began, there was a Christian businessman who had connections in China, and he actually shipped 4,000 masks right in the first weeks of this. And so we were able to give that out to the police precinct, hospital, and to many of our friends and neighbors. Just like, you know, with Anu and Sumant, we've been able to give out groceries every week. Every Thursday, we go all over the place. There is a Christian organization in the Bronx that gives out, you know, boxed packages of fresh vegetables and a lot of other essentials. And so we're able to do that with a lot of our local people.
That's really
I want to show a picture of the homelessness, even in our neighborhood, and they have all become friends. And I've known them for some time. And one of them in the picture, he was a chef in Manhattan. He was a tandoor chef. but the becoming jobless turned him into alcohol, and alcoholism has turned him homeless. So taking meals there has just been a source of encouragement to the many homeless people in our neighborhood here in Jackson Heights. As many of you know, iftar is, Ramadan is just getting over. Sunday is when it's gonna be Eid for our Muslim friends and neighbors. Our church was able to partner with the Mohammadi Center. And we were able to give iftar meals, last week we did that on Friday. Yesterday we got to do that. And just to see that unity between Muslims and Hindus, love is a common ground. Love is what every religion teaches. And so to be able to stand together and do that in solidarity was a wonderful experience for us, and I think for our community as well. Let me share one last thing, Dr. Mehrra. Our website, our church website, it's JHCC, Jackson Heights Community Church, jhccqueens.org. We have boldly put a link where people can ask for help. Not only are we receiving donations, but we are also giving out even financial assistance, whatever we can do. So several people in our neighborhood they've already applied for it. And so in whatever way we can help, we are doing our best.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, all of you, Pastor Brother Joseph or Anu Jain or Sumantram. And I also want to applaud the efforts of Association of Indians in America under the leadership of Rich Tucker, who's doing a tremendous job in distributing food and groceries in Queens, as well as at the precincts and hospitals. So there's so many people out there who are doing so much. And Himmat Singh, he was there also. Thank you so much, Himmat Singh, working with Anu Jain and from the Sikh Center located in Queens Village. They're doing so much. So it's all collaboration. And as my spiritual mentor says, love is contagious, be a carrier. So instead of going with the pandemic, be a carrier of love and compassion, bring so much of smile and hope to so many people. So you guys are doing so much, and there's so much more to be done. So very inspirational stories, empowering. And I want to thank you all as unsung heroes, whether it's the Letter Carrier, James Center, or Association of Indians in America, or Telugu Association of North America, or whether it's Anu Jain helping so many people, or Brother Joseph's church in Jackson Heights, Jackson Heights Community Church. There are so many nonprofits, houses of worship, all coming together. Doesn't matter what ethnicity, just helping, because this pandemic has brought that unity, sacrifice, love, and compassion. So thank you all. I'm Dr. Renee Mehrra. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.